Hello, and welcome to the Success Catalyst. This is your host, Nina, and today I have the pleasure of hosting Ahmed Assaf, a dynamic force in the personal and professional growth. With a master's degree in mechatronics engineering, an MBA, and over 15 years of experience in project and facilities management, Ahmed has transformed his career path into one of empowerment and leadership. Ahmed's passion for freedom and continuous learning led him to become a certified consultant with the Proctor Gallagher Institute. He dedicates his efforts now to helping both individuals and corporations achieve their peak performance and experience remarkable breakthroughs in their results. His mission is clear to enhance the quality of life on a global scale by elevating the quality of thoughts at an individual level. So join me today as I dive into Ahmed's journey and his insights on personal and professional development, his vision for creating a world of true holistic wealth. Welcome to the show, Ahmed.
Thank you, Nina, for this impressive introduction. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
well,
for
it's my
having me.
pleasure to have you here. So you told me that you have a technical background in mechatronics engineering and project management. So what inspired you to transition from this field to becoming a transformational consultant and coach?
Wow, this is an excellent question. Actually, it's a long story. I finished my master's degree in 2012 in mechatronics engineering, which is my major was in robotics and artificial intelligence. And my thoughts was I was planning to go for my PhD, but the thing is was having lots of financial issues. Then I moved to the career field, and I started my in the construction field. So in my construction field, I was working very hard, but I was not concentrating on my personal growth. I stayed like in the construction field for like 6 years. Then I moved to the facility management field where I saw that there's a potential in it. I thought maybe it will be more enjoying because there's lots of stress, believe me, in the construction field.
I know.
But but after like 4 years in the facility management field, I didn't see myself continuing in that way. Even though I'm having running a business, I was having this position running assets more than $3 billion under assets under my management and having the best job ever, I think. But I was looking for a desire. I was looking for my passion, for a greater impact. So all the technical background that I have the last 15 years, and I'm not enjoying my job. And this is what
Mhm.
I would love to share with your audience is always look to your passion. What do you really love to do? And since we have this systematic thinking and we have it from the engineering background, you have to look how you could impact and help others and have this leadership values in your through your career, and how can I apply that to
Mhm.
help and support others and get them to achieve what they really want. So the first question is ask yourself, what do you really want?
That's amazing. Yeah. And that resonates so much with me because I have a technical background as well, and I'm a telecommunication engineer myself, and I've been like through a very similar path to yours.
Mhm.
And I understand the importance of using intellectual skills and like the intellectual faculties that you have to be able to help others in a structured way, not just motivating, but really going through a step-by-step process and seeing clearly. Because, like the questions that you ask your clients first, what do you really want? That needs clarity, and that needs a system afterwards to follow to get
100%.
what you really want, right? That's
So
important.
so here, once you ask this question, it's not necessary to ask how to get there.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is just whatever you're doing, you really have to be loving what you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And to be very frank with you, at the beginning, I was enjoying my construction field. And when I moved to the facility management, I was enjoying it at the beginning. But after some time, I was not having that feeling of giving that much. I was not,
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for something inside of me, but I don't know what was that.
Yeah.
So I would say thanks God that I found myself, and my purpose is more in giving people, supporting, achieving, helping them to achieve their goals, whatever that is.
That's that's sometimes challenging for many people to decide what they want or to even ask the question, because we take ourselves for granted and we think we know ourselves, but there's still a lot to discover, a lot to work on, and a lot of questions to ask ourselves. And sometimes having a good job and being quite comfortable financially, more or less, will really eliminate any need to ask this question. Whereas it's very important that we
Yeah,
ask the question,
that's
because
what
you can.
happened with me. That's what happened with me is I'm having the greatest job, the best job I've ever imagined. And then even when COVID hits, I sit like 6 months at my house, sitting alone, thinking. And just it was the best moments, just jumping out from this rat race, because everyone is going this rat race, and
Mhm.
they don't have this opportunity to sit with themselves and be honest
Yeah.
with themselves and just ask themselves what do you really want, what they are looking for to
That's
achieve.
very important. Yeah, very first question to ask.
Yeah,
Um, Now, you focus on harmonizing individuals with the immutable laws of the universe. I love that concept. So, can you tell us more and explain how these
sure.
principles can guide you to approach the personal and professional development?
Actually, those laws, I will call them God's laws. There's
Mm-hmm.
laws in this universe which is guiding everything, and and laws applies everywhere, anywhere, with everyone. So once we are in harmony with those laws, first we have to know those laws. And I could say some of them. The cause and effect law, which is whatever you do an action, there will be the same reaction will happen opposite to you. So once the person knows that whatever action I do, there will be an opposite reaction. So he should be aware of what he is giving, and then what he will take opposite to that. And there's another one that could be applied in our daily life, which is the law of polarities. Law of
Mm-hmm.
polarities for every situation, because in engineering, in the construction field, you see lots of issues there,
Yeah.
and even facility management. But unfortunately, we look to the bad in the situation. That's why we have to know that for every situation, there is negative pole and there's a positive pole. So always our attitude or our perspective to that situation, it depends on us, is
Mm-hmm.
how you look to that situation. Are you a problem seeker or a solution seeker? So that's why we have to look to the positive in it and try to maximize the positivity from that polarity and try to use it, how to could solve and overcome this issue. And maybe I could talk also, there's 12 laws, there's a lot. You need one session to talk about that, because I love to be working in harmony with those laws.
Mm-hmm.
Is the law of attraction. The law of attraction is, as we living in three simultaneous different levels of understanding, we are a spiritual beings, and we have the intellectual mind, and we
Mm-hmm.
are living in this body. So those are interconnected to each other, and we are having this conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and we have our body. So those are interconnected to each other. So whatever thoughts we are thinking and whatever feelings we're having, it will depend, or it will impress our vibrations of our body. So whatever we are sending to this universe, it will returns to us. So it all depends on you. So whenever I meet with my clients and they're starting saying, I told them, what is holding you back? And they start saying the economy, I don't have money to start my business, and I don't have. It's all about you. You have to decide, what do you really want. It's not to ask yourself how, but just tell yourself, I want this, and what action you should take, because whatever you're sending, the universe will be a servant for you. He will send you back whatever energy you're giving to this universe.
Mm-hmm.
So once you are in harmony with all those laws, and there's more law of thinking, law of giving. So this is the best and only way I can. I tried that, and with my clients, this is the best way to achieve the success in life. It's not about working hard; it's about working in harmony and working smart.
Wow, that's amazing. I love the concept of universal laws, and it puts my mind and my heart so at ease because now I like with such awareness that we have, we understand that this is all really up to us. So on one side, it's really up to us to choose whatever level of success, of joy, of wealth, of health we want to achieve, and we know that we are able to. And on the other side, it also means that we are responsible for whatever result is coming. So don't blame anybody else. Don't be the victim because not only you have the responsibility, but also you have the power. So that's a great thing because you can always change things. And I know one of your missions or one of your roles is to help people make quantum leaps in their results, right? So can you talk us more about the strategies or methods that you find most effective in helping these individuals make such significant breakthroughs?
You know, I talked previously about the laws and, you know, the quantum leap, but there's one thing that there's three things they never taught us at school or even in life, or it's I never seen that from my experience. Is number one, to ask ourselves who we are, how we think, how we feel, how we act, what are
Mhm,
our capabilities, what are our potential. So number two is how to earn money. And
mhm.
here, earning money, it's not selling your time and opposite of the money. It's how you could earn money. You could have a degree in economics and that you don't know how to earn money. This is what my mentor
Yeah.
said. And number three is how to take the decision and the necessity of taking decisions. So once you have all those, start having the understanding of yourself, understanding your potential, how much you have power, because no one knows how much you have power and potential. And just start learning more about money and making your money your friend and start circulating your money and have a good relation with money. And
Mm,
the number three is taking the decision on the spot in milliseconds and not
yeah.
just don't delay that. Those three things were the best way you could make the best quantum leap in your life.
Yeah.
Just start studying yourself daily and really know what you really want, and everything will move. Just take a decision. It's all about
You
you.
know, you mentioned something very important, and that is the concept of money and the fact that we were not neither raised nor educated about money. We were raised to believe that you should be content with what you have, right? And then we were educated to understand that it's important to get a degree and then get a job and then climb the corporate ladder and whatever concepts that this whole system is about. But nobody tells us about ways to earn money and not just trading time in return for money. It's about the concepts of having multiple streams of income. It's about the concepts of having a passive revenue generated while you sleep. And these concepts are so easy to apply. They just need a bit of time at the beginning to just set them up, and then they become automatic systems that you just make them work for you, and money generates more money. But it's important to stress that out. And I'm repeating this because not many people are hearing these concepts every day,
That's yeah, that's
especially in the workplace or at school,
yeah,
right?
100%. That's why I'm part of our message is to impress this with everyone we meet and really explain to them that those quantum leaps, they thought it's something not logical. It's
Mm,
if I'm meeting once I'm meeting with my clients, I'm asking them how much you have earned, maximum you have earned, and then they told me X. And
mhm.
if I ask him, have you ever thought about earning 10X? And then he's shocked because he's not
Yes.
used to that. And this
Yeah.
is quantum leaps. It's all about getting illogical results because if you keep doing whatever you're doing and doing the logic that what's in your subconscious mind, because we our results is 98 from our results is coming from our subconscious mind, from our perspectives, from
Mhm.
our all from our subconscious mind. So if you keep having the same program with with the same self-image and with
Mhm.
the same attitude, you'll get the same results.
Nothing is
That's
going to
why if
change.
you have to make this, yeah, exactly. If you want to make this quantum leap, it's something illogical. So you have to be thinking in different perspective, in a different way, in a different logic.
Yeah.
So you have to
Yes.
remove the logic, whatever you have, to get that result. And it would be effortless. At the beginning, you feel it's hard, but it would be effortless.
Wow. I really love hearing this over and over again. The concept of quantum leap is so valuable, such a treasure that we are really not as aware as we should be about, because it's really that easy. The fact that you mentioned that it's difficult in the beginning, it's just because it's unusual. It's
Because
just the difficulty of
it's a new
getting.
program. It's a new
Yes.
thing you have.
Yeah, so
The
just the time to
confidence.
set up the program into your mind software and everything afterwards changes. Like imagine you were operating on an old operating system like, I don't know, Windows 98, and then
Yes,
all of a sudden you're in the front of a mega
it will freeze.
computer that, yeah, like really 2024 model with the amazing internet speed, the amazing storage capacity. Like, can you imagine the things that you can do with that operating system? And yet we spent like many years being very happy with Windows 98, right?
Yeah, it's all about their limitation, their belief system. It's once
Yeah.
you're talking about quantum leaps, I give that example. It's not about working harder. It's
Yes.
about really working smarter.
Yeah.
And if I ask someone if you want to double your income, maybe he will say, "Oh, I will maybe working another job, or maybe I will work
Mhm.
more hours." But it's not about that. If you're once you're talking about quantum leaps, it's 10x, 20x, I don't know how much, because you have infinite potential. Just ask yourself, what do you really want? And take the decision. And once you're taking decision, there's three things. What is the decision you want to take? And
Mhm.
how much want to pay opposite to that decision? It's their money or relationship or time. And three, which is the most important thing, is are you willing to pay that?
Mhm. Yeah. It may seem easy, but it's simple to apply. But the difficulty, I think, is about the sacrifice that we're willing to do, because not everybody's going to sacrifice their old habits. Not
Yes.
everybody is willing to sacrifice their time or just an amount of time that is needed to assess these concepts and to put them in operation in our mind. And not everybody's willing to invest money in themselves to get coached and to get educated about these concepts of money, of mind, of the laws of the universe, of quantum leaps, such treasures and such good investments. Like so far, the best investment that I've ever made was the investment that I made in myself to really get these concepts mastered and really implemented in my mind and to change my paradigm. Because after that, the amount of results and of success that you will get is really immeasurable. So
That would be a massive result. And I would love to share that story of the fly, that it's trying to pass through the glass and it's flying harder and harder. But she's going to die at the end because she will not pass through the glass. So it's not about working hard. Maybe sometimes working hard, it will burn you out. So you have to look for different perspective to that way. And this is the best way you have to activate and develop your mental faculties,
yeah, yeah.
perception, your intuition, your imagination, the will, the reasoning. So once you have, because those are the utilities and the things that God give us as a gift, and do not let the five senses, like we are servant to those five senses, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, our five senses are so limited. We can literally not see all the color spectrums. We can never understand or never hear all the frequencies around us that probably dogs do. Or
Yes.
so, like, there are so many proofs that our five senses are so limited, and yet we still rely on them to make decisions instead of relying on such immeasurable and amazing mind faculties that we have. That let me say that again, that you mentioned, and thank you for mentioning that. So perception, imagination, intuition, reason, will, memory. These are amazing gifts that every one of us has, and every one of us can strengthen and sharpen and use as tools in our everyday life to achieve better health, better wealth, more money, more abundance, more skills that we want.
That's how you control the results. This is
Yes,
how you could control your results.
yes, definitely.
And just use your five senses um, to feel that you are acting from your goal, not to your goal.
Yes.
For example, I'm working with one client, and his goal is to hit the 1 million. So I told him, just from now, you should be using your smell, your taste, your eyes, your whatever you're seeing, or whatever you're hearing, as if you are from that 1 million. Do not
Yes.
let the current situation do not control you.
There's a saying that I love when someone wants to compliment your looks, they say you look like $1,000,000. So
Yes,
try looking like
it
$1,000,000,
is
try
like that.
smelling like $1,000,000,
Yeah,
and you will be that $1,000,000.
because you're feeding your subconscious mind from your behavior.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
whatever you're
definitely.
behaving, it's like a circulation. It's like a loop. So
Yeah.
it'll be the same thing.
And seeing from another perspective, you cannot imagine that you will be able to get the $1,000,000 when you are just watching TV and complaining about the economy all day long and seeing like, oh my God, this country is going nowhere and the economy is bad. And then, yeah, I wish I had $1,000,000.
That's
That's
why
not.
the necessity of controlling the five senses through
Yeah.
those six mental faculties.
Yeah, and also controlling our surroundings, because eventually our five senses being limited to our physical presence or to whatever we're hearing, the music we're listening to, the people we're hearing all day long, the pictures, the images, the smells, the whatever food we're eating, everything's affecting our mind. So we have the choice to change these things. We have the choice to be
Yes.
around people who are successful, to be around leaders, to be around people who want to cheer you up, and we that want to support you in your endeavors and hold you accountable to change habits and to become a better person. We want to choose to be around these people.
Believe me, here it's a necessity of a mentor, because I tried that alone, and for like 2 years, I didn't go that far.
Mm-hmm.
Started just, I thought it was about reading books and just watching some channels, and it's something much deeper than that. And I always tell my clients that Warren Buffett said that you always need great mentors. So what with all the successes he have, you always have great mentors around him.
Mm-hmm.
So look for a great mentor that you can learn from him and hold him accountable, that he will guide your way. He will not just motivate you, because you don't need motivation, just your why, your purpose will be motivating you. But
Yeah.
you need a mentor give give you his intellectual mind, because he can't give you his feelings.
Yeah.
Your spiritual DNA is perfect, but just you have some code, some viruses, which is the doubt, the worry, the limited beliefs that you have.
Yes. That's very important. And thank you for the reminder, because however far we can go, our perception is, as I said, like a mental muscle that we can sharpen and strengthen, but still, it will still be limited without someone else's point of view. So even if that
100%.
other person is not like so much more experimented as you are, they still have a new perspective to give you, and they still want to hold you accountable. And it should be someone that you don't want to disappoint. So these are, I think, criteria to choose your mentor. He should be, or she should be, someone who got the results that you want or knows how to get them. It should be someone who would hold you accountable, and they should be someone who you respect and you don't want to disappoint. Because, as I said in the beginning, we tend to take ourselves for granted, and then as a result, we tend to disappoint ourselves without even like
Yeah,
looking back and saying, "Wow,
that's
I
why.
didn't really."
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to be honest with ourselves.
Yes.
We have to be honest with ourselves and with our mentor, and just say the truth, because he's doing this for you, not for them.
Yeah.
And even for us, I'm having a mentor, you having a mentor. So always we need great mentors through our life. It's not something, that's the necessity of continuous learning,
Yeah. You
because
don't grow out of that need.
because it's all about your self-image, and your self-image, it always need to be reevaluated. That's why I always reevaluate, like every 90 days or every 6 months. You must
Mhm.
reevaluate your self-image. How you reevaluate your self-image? Just ask your limited beliefs. What are they? What are your frustrations? What is holding you back?
Mhm.
But once you're having bigger goals, and studying your capabilities and studying yourself more. The more you study yourself, the more you know your capabilities, the more you feel that you could do more and more. So
Yes.
it's not a destination, it's a journey. So there's no end for learning.
Such great insights, Ahmed. Thank you so much. So can you now share more about your transformational programs that you offer so that our listeners can connect with you, and then share how we can find you on the internet?
Actually, I could share my website, and there's one thing that every month I'm making, maybe last week of the month of every month, I'm making those free webinars, because it's part of my message is how could you educate, because it's all about educating people and giving that value. And I would love others to be joining my those webinars, and they could check also my website. Um, Usually there's a fundamental program, mentorship program, which is thinking into results. And I'm having other programs that we could be also working on. It depends on the necessity of the program, because sometimes I'm working with entrepreneurs or with startups. They need just to be working on their self-image. So I have to be concentrating at the beginning, what do they really want? So the most of the program or the work will be on the self-image. And I have other programs which would be on the peak performers. And okay, they got the foundational from the thinking into results, because I call the thinking into results, it's the foundational program that everyone needs. But they need more results. So they need those quantum leaps, those breakthroughs. So I go with them with the peak performers. And there's one-to-one coaching also. It's a private one-to-one other than groups coaching. So I could share my website, and I would be
Definitely.
love sharing my knowledge with them.
Oh, definitely. I will make sure to add your links in the description of the episode so that our listeners can connect with you and see how you can help them. So now,
Excellent.
looking forward, Ahmed, what are your aspirations for expanding your impact globally, and how do you plan to continue empowering individuals and organizations to achieve their highest potential?
Oh, this is my biggest vision. This is one of the deep whys. What is makes me just every day just woke up feeling that freedom, being myself, being authentic, and being inspired, motivated, going towards my goal is how to impact the globe. And the third one, which is the most important thing, is how to surround myself with supportive, productive people, networking with others, and looking for that community where we can learn, grow, lead together. Because lots of things going on around us, the AI, the wars, we are distracted. We're not focusing on ourselves. We're not focusing on what do we really want. So I'm always looking for the collaboration partnerships with others and with thought leaders and with publishers also, and thinking how we could empower the next generation. And even you tell me how is that? Because I was thinking in the people in 50s and 60s. I'm meeting lots of them, they are stuck. So I'm working also with them, how we could just learn from them and how we could help them from a different perspective, because when we are in a different generation. So
Yeah.
putting all this vision together makes me inspired and motivated every day. And maybe this podcast, it would be an amazing opportunity to impact the globe.
Definitely. Oh my God. You inspired me so much today, Ahmed, and I'm sure you inspired our listeners on the
Yeah.
Success Catalyst. You are definitely a great example of success, because as our dear Earl Nightingale defined success, it's the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And you clearly are progressing nicely and
Thank you.
doing these amazing quantum leaps towards your worthy ideal that is helping people globally achieve that kind of amazing success and amazing results.
Let us close with something that, please, guys, let's look what do we really want from inside. Sit with
Uh-huh.
yourself and ask yourself, what do you really want? What do you really love to do? If you just stay like for 6 months, not doing anything, what you would love to do,
Mm-hmm.
and then take a decision. Go out from your comfort zone. And don't I would love to talk about the fear, because one of the things that's stopping us is the fear and anxiety. It's because of ignorance. And let us decide, and everything will disappear.
Amazing. That's such a great way to end this episode, Ahmed.
Thank
Make a decision, everybody. You don't need to know the how. You only need to know the what, and you need to be honest with yourselves, and you need to have this conversation. I would recommend writing down whatever thoughts that may come across your mind, because we usually get distracted by the paradigm that would do its best to just distract us for not making this decision. So ask just what, then make the decision that you're going to be willing, and you're going to do your best to go after it and get it.
Do
And
it
you will
now.
get
Do it now. Do it now.
do it now. I love it. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Ahmed. This was the Success Catalyst. And I'll see you back in the next episode.